More than 80% of primary 6 students were given their first choice of secondary schools. That's an increase from last year. But what is behind the rise in numbers? Many could hardly contain their elation after receiving their top pick of secondary schools. An ecstatic moment for their parents, too. More than 52,000 students participated in the secondary school places allocation system this year. 81% secured their first preference. That's 4 percentage points higher than last year. 92% of applicants were given their top 3 choices. Students and their guardians must report to the allocated schools on either Thursday or Friday. The school principal says there's been a 40% jump in the withdrawal rate at her school compared with last year. More families have either left Hong Kong or transferred their children to international or private schools. She believes less competition in the local system has led to the higher satisfaction rate this year. Meanwhile, good news for some secondary school leavers too. A total of 130 students scored a perfect 45 points in the International Baccalaureate, or IB exam, a record high for Hong Kong. That's despite the pandemic and fewer local candidates this year. This local school notched up 17 top scorers. Many of them are setting their sights on studying medicine at local universities.
The past 2 years was not normal, not just in Hong Kong, but across the world. But I think one reason why Hong Kong was able to succeed was because Hong Kong is actually very adaptive. School students were able to adapt to the situation very well.
And it's not just the boys. This local school saw 3 girls get a perfect score. Hong Kong's IB students make up more than 10% of the total number of top scorers globally. The average score of local students this year was 38.93 points, which is also higher than the global average of around 33.